ABC's General Hospital is marking a major milestone on Saturday. The show will celebrate its 60th anniversary. It's both the longest running scripted drama and the longest running American soap opera currently in production. ABC 7 News anchor Reggie Aki had the chance to catch up with two stars of the Emmy Award winning show.
Do I say happy birthday? Do I say happy anniversary? What are we calling this? Happy anniversary.
Anniversary.
Yeah.
Nothing lasts this long, you know? So this is a really big deal.
Not in this world. I mean, not like in the world of, television, that's for sure.
No, okay, and can I just say to both of you, I feel like we have a kinship because, here in the news world, we're a 365 operation. And I know it's not exactly the same in the soap world, but, some of these folks are out here, they're doing 10 episodes a year. And you all are really working. How many episodes a year are you currently doing for General Hospital?
I think I read 250. 250 a year. We air 5 days a week. Yeah, unless we're preempted, which is annoying, but yeah.
Which happens.
Which is usually breaking in by you guys. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, true. That's true. But that's hard work. I mean, that's almost akin to, like the Broadway world, 8 shows a week. What is that like?
Yeah, we were just talking earlier that it feels a little bit like theater. I mean, it's not exactly the same thing, but we get very little rehearsal.
Usually do it in 1 to 2 takes.
1 to 2 takes, yeah. If it goes past that, you hear the camera guy
and you're in trouble.
Sigh, like, really?
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm sorry.
I mean, I know, Laura, you've been on the show for a while. When you first got on it, was it a tough memorization situation?
Well, I had done 2 shows before. I've been on daytime 15 years prior to starting as Carly. But Carly has a lot of dialogue. I mean, she's in everyone's business and in everyone's episodes. And so it was a lot more dialogue, and Carly's a scene driver as well. Like, she'll bust in a room, not even knock to get in someone's house, and start yelling at them and never give them a chance to say anything and leave. So it's kind of like, it's a lot at once with Carly.
I mean, that's great.
So that was for sure something that I had to learn. The driving of her, it was just different.
But hey, that's job security. Put me in every scene as far as I'm concerned. Josh, did you grow up on soaps like I did? Because my mom would watch, after Sesame Street, my mom would watch the soaps and we would hang around.
Get the stories in.
Yes,
get her stories in. Yes, and don't call the house when the stories are on.
Don't knock on the door.
I honestly, and I say this thankfully, I didn't. And the reason I'm thankful for it is when I auditioned, I didn't understand the gravity of who I was working with and really what the show was about. And so maybe there was like a slight less nervousness. If I knew that I was sitting opposite Laura or Maurice Bernard, I probably wouldn't have gotten a word out. and so, but it's been a joy from the, 6 years I've been on to really understand the history of the show and some of the storylines, and when actors left the show or came on the show and crossed with a different show, and it's a whole nother world, and it's really fun to be a part of.
Yeah.
So I know the Nurses Ball is coming up, I think, next week, right? And I saw some clips from it, and it looks like you have some really interesting guest stars that are coming on, which is, I think that's probably super exciting.
Oh, yeah. Well, the whole thing, the whole shooting of the Nurses Ball is super exciting. We start probably 2 weeks prior with our costume fittings and trying on 5 or 6 dresses and finding the one for you, or so it's all about the setup first, and then rehearsal time for all the people who are performing, and then we're all together for like a full week, which never happens. It just doesn't. Like, sometimes I don't see Josh for like a month or 2, because if we're not in the same story, his set might shoot later in the day and I'm done by then. But at the Nurses Ball, we're all together. And what did you call it? Camp?
It's a summer camp church lock-in vibe where at the beginning everyone's so happy to be there, and then there's like this kind of like deer in the headlights of like, what day is it, what time is it?
By 8 o'clock at night or 9 o'clock at night, you're like, I don't care. And
they bring in food, and we're all sitting in random parts of the set trying to
eat a taco. And then all of our stuff's under the table, shoes, and stuff, scripts. Yeah, always getting yelled at for talking, or someone left a bottle on set. Yeah, so.
And then Chandra Wilson is just there.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Casually.
Well, she's on the red carpet.
And she's apparently a super fan of the show, which
Yes,
I'm
yes,
sure
yes.
makes it
So
a lot
cool.
more meaningful for you all.
Oh, yes. Well, we see her often, and she is a fan of the show. We all shoot on the same lot, and we just love every time she comes. She's a big fan, and she's really funny. So.
All right, and I know that today's episode is really special because it's a tribute to a co-star that you recently lost.
Sonia, Eddy, yeah. So we kick off our 60th anniversary honoring the character of Epiphany on the show with the memorial show, and also in turn honoring Sonia. And so, you know, it's our pleasure. And we're grateful that we have this opportunity to do this for someone so wonderful
Yeah, I'm
who
sure
touched our lives.
Right, I'm sure that means so much to her fans and also her family because you lost her at only 55 years old. That is just way too
Yes, way too young.
Yeah.
So.
young. Going forward, where do you see the future of General Hospital? Or where do you hope it goes?
Oh, another 60 years, baby.
Yeah. Being on the air is a blessing.
Yes,
And
thank you so much for having us.
thank you, fans, for watching the
Thank
show.
you.
You can watch General Hospital weekdays at 2 p.m. right here on ABC7.